Aswan, Egypt's sunniest southern city and ancient frontier town. The Nile is at its most beautiful, flowing through amber desert and granite rocks. Round emerald islands covered in palm groves and tropical plains. Aswan has been a favorite winter resort since the beginning of the 19th century and is still a perfect place to get away from it all. Abu Simblee, located on about 250 kilometers southeast of Aswan. Abu Simblee is two rock-cut temples symbolize Ramses II and symbolize also his beloved wife, Queen Nefertari, decorated walls and surrounded by the mountain. It's one of the most famous Egyptian archaeological sites that attract thousands of tourists and was discovered in 1813. Ramses II was born about 1303 BC in the Eastern Nile Delta. He erected colossal monuments to himself in every major Egyptian city of his time. The facade of the temple is dominated by four colossal seated figures of Ramses II with estimated height of 65 feet. In addition to Ramses II and Nefertari statues, they have their children with them. Moving from the giant door to the hall, you find 8 colossi. Stand ranged down the center, bearing the mountain on their heads. Their height is 30 feet, with hands crossed on their breasts. They clasp the flail and crock, emblems of majesty and dominance. It's the attitude of Osiris, but the face of Ramses II. Beyond the first hall lies a second hall supported on 4 square pillars. Beyond this again, a transverse chamber, the walls of which are covered with colored bas reliefs of various gods, last of the century. Here, side by side, sit 4 figures larger than life. From the right, Ra Hur Ekhti, Ramses II, Amun and Ptah, deified. Before them stands an altar in shape, a truncated pyramid, cut from the solid rock. In the chamber of the holy gods, you find the broken base of the sacred sheep, which they used in times of war. The sun rays fall perpendicularly on the temple of Ramses II on the 22nd of February and the 22nd of October each year. Since then, it has become a national event, attracting performers and tourists from all parts of Egypt and the world. Participants generally arrive on the 20th of the month and prepare to spend the night celebrating in front of the temple until the light strikes at holy statue face in the inner sanctuary at dawn. For 20 minutes, the sun shines on the holy statues of Ramses II, Amun, the sun god, and Ra-Hur-Ekhti, god of the rising sun. However, Ptah, god of the underworld and darkness, remains dark on the occasions. This phenomenon occurs twice annually, on the 22nd of October, the date of Ramses II's birthday, and on the 22nd of February, which is Ramses II's coronation. More than 5,000 tourists visit Abu Simblee annually to witness the sun's rays falling miracle, which still occurs after 3,000 years of Ramses II's death. Tourists' entrance into the temple is organized in accordance with the Egyptian government and the Ministry of Culture for the safety of the tourists and the site. Each tourist, and before entering the temple, has to stop at the security checkpoint. The checkpoint is linked to the control room. There are 45 cameras to surround each tourist with maximum safety. The crowds of tourists from all over the world waiting to watch the phenomenon are organized in rows with the space in order to allow the sun rays to pass and let nature play its miracle. Not only are the two temples at Abu Simblee among the most magnificent monuments in the world, but their removal and reconstruction was a historic event in itself. When the temples, 280 kilometers from Aswan, were threatened by submersion in Lake Nasser due to the construction of the high dam. The Egyptian government secured the support of UNESCO and launched a worldwide appeal. During the salvage operation, the two temples were dismantled and raised over 60 meters up to the sandstone cliff, where they had been built more than 3,000 years before. The projects, completed by an international team of 3,000 specialists, cut the temple into 2,000 pieces, curved the entire temple out of the cliff, and reconstructed both cliff and temple nearby. It took 5 years to be completed in 1968. One of the 5 years of reconstruction work was spent just for figuring out how to place the temple so that the rising sun would continue to illuminate the inner sanctuary on those 2 days. There is no doubt that this special dawn at this special day is holy enough. The rays of the rising sun reach 61 meters into the sacred inner sanctuary of the Temple of Ramses II in Abu Simblee on the 22nd of February and the 22nd of October each year, as they have illuminated the shrine for millennia. At the end, it's worth saying that this is one of the most ambitious relocation projects in history. A dream came true.